Thanks. Appreciate everyone being here and for you all having us. So what we want to be able to do is talk through a little bit of Amazon strategy here today. And again, as it was just introduced, I'm Josh Owens, CEO of SupplyKick. SupplyKick, we work with brands basically as their retail partner on the Amazon marketplace. Derek with Dometic does a lot of work both 1P to Amazon Direct and with us on the Amazon marketplace as well. So figured it would be a really good opportunity here directly from him on some branded decisions from the brand itself, and then we'll talk through some strategies where we've been able to drive some success with a very specific product. So again, Josh Owens, and this is Derek here, and I'm going to go and throw it over to Derek to talk a little bit through Dometic and what they were looking for when we started working together.
Yep. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Josh. Excuse me. My name is Derek Laniga, as he said. I'm the Director of Retail Sales for Dometic Americas. We are the world's largest producer of mobile living products. We have 27 manufacturing facilities and product sales in over 100 countries. The challenge that we really had with Amazon and moving forward were specific to Amazon, and in North America. So that's part of my business, and within that North American business, we have over 6,000 dealers and many distributors as well. And a lot of those distributors and dealers are also online sellers as well. So the challenge again was to grow product sales to our existing channels, but also capitalize on the opportunity that we had with Amazon. Okay, so we wanted to look at those challenges and there are several factors there. There are multiple sellers within the Amazon marketplace. Basically, anyone with a camera phone can upload an image and be a seller on there with putting a price to it. There's no control over price. Many times the sellers will have a so-called race to the bottom with these underwear entrepreneurs. They're putting poor content to little or no content on your product, so you have very little control over your brand. The growth that you want to continue with your existing customer is counterintuitive to that price control and that race to the bottom as many of your customers don't want to compete on price, or they will compete on price and they will continue to drop that price, everybody one-upping themselves. So there's a lot of challenges with that. And just like any organization, yourself and your customers alike, everybody wants to grow and maintain sales and profitability. So how do we create a on-brand customer experience within Amazon to capitalize on that growth? So, and at the same time, if the challenge wasn't monumental enough for us, Dometic had a global rebranding and was undertaking several acquisitions at the same time. So we had a lot of things going on. So what we wanted to do is find a partner that could help us with those challenges, with the rebranding efforts that we were undertaking, i.e., we were getting continual image updates, brand content updates, copy, videos, lifestyle and product images, of course. And so we needed somebody to help us continually upload and recreate that content, because as we all know, content is king. We want to provide relevant, exciting, engaging content online, so our core customer continues to come back. And again, we had to balance that with the brick and mortar dealers that we had as an organization and those distributors, meaning of whom again were selling online. So we also had launches of new products and existing products that were also being rebranded, so we needed somebody to go through that. So luckily, thankfully, we had a partner in SupplyKick that we trusted with our brand, and they were able to represent it online very well with the new branding that we had put forth. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Josh, and he's going to talk a little bit more about the solution that we developed.
Sure, and I appreciate the kind of background there. And as we were working with Derek with Dometic, I mean, all the problems that he was just talking about, I know a lot of you in this room probably see, you might deal with, you might be selling directly to Amazon, or you might have multiple points of distribution. So that's a big part of what we were working on to begin with these products. And I think the big thing that I'd like to drive everyone through is we're just going to take one, and I'll say this even with Derek up here, we're going to take one just kind of very simple, typical, non-sexy product. And what we want to take a look at is this RV vent fan. This is a multi-million-dollar product for us on Amazon. And what we want to kind of drive through is with all the things that Derek with Dometic were looking to achieve, how we were able to do that with this product. As everyone knows here, Amazon is a place where 55% of product searches are beginning there. 9 out of 10 customers are starting their search on Amazon. And so one of the main things that they're looking for is that photography. In fact, we've seen about 70% of customer decision making happening on Amazon as a result of photography. So you'll see kind of that left and that right, the before and the after, much better photography, clear photography, and brand focused photography. We also have focused in on product specifications, different angles there on what is actually happening there, and being very intentional about lifestyle photography. These are all pieces that we've put together very nicely, and for a brand like this, for a product like this that already has a lot of demand, has a lot of customers searching for it, we can use this to close customers even more attractively. And so with this type of photography, and I want to make sure I get my numbers right as we go through this, the feature-rich products, we've had about 26% increase in conversion rate as a result of these type of photography changes. For the last year and a half, we've been working with Dometic on these type of products specifically. And so as we've been going through, I think one of the things that I'll just highlight from SupplyKick's perspective, any brand who's doing this well needs to be testing, kind of going after these pieces, testing again and going through this. So that's kind of the conversion improvement that we see overall after multiple iterations through this process. Secondarily, I want to talk about copy. And again, I mean, I think for all the marketers on this, in this room, you're looking at this and you're saying, yeah, these are things that my marketing team does, right? You've got to be able to do these on Amazon specifically, and specifically for the Amazon shopper that you have that is on that site, on that marketplace, looking for those products. And so kind of the before and after here, you can see the copy that had previously been uploaded by one of the many sellers, and in some cases, Amazon itself on the left. That copy is nowhere near as rich on the keyword side as it needs. There's nothing there that's going to be driving. In fact, I'll just take a look at this second bullet point, reversible fan blade motor, in or out. I don't know, I guess if you know exactly what this product is doing, you know what you're looking for, that's going to be helpful. Probably not, but here we can look at exactly how we're able to upload this, increase both the conversion and the kind of sensitivity of those products themselves, thinking through on the copy there and making sure that we're really attacking the long tail of what customers are looking for here. And so if we are able to do that, keep that up, make sure that you're continually testing and going through those processes. On the copy side itself, we've seen a 30% increase in conversion rate on this product. So making sure that customers are seeing exactly what they're looking for, that you're answering questions, you're mitigating issues, and kind of going through and making sure that they're actually going through the sales process with you. So kind of two big keys there as we've been looking. Here we start to get into, I think where Amazon and the marketplace itself is a big opportunity for brands relative to selling direct to Amazon itself. And so on that marketplace, you really can take advantage of branding your product here. This is enhanced brand content, A+ content, in fact. And as we look through this, we're kind of thinking through what are the ways in which we can help customers understand the brand journey, how can we answer questions, and how can we help them get to a close? How can we help them get to the right purchase? And so as I kind of go through here, we're using enhanced brand content to really think through what is the product, understanding how those customers are using it, spending a lot of time on product features. Really kind of one of the things that I would like highlight on the enhanced brand content side and on this side is this is really where we mitigate issues on the return side and on the customer service side. And so that's where you can really get underwater, both on the profitability of the product on Amazon and the marketplace, which is already tight, as all of you already know. So if you're going to make that work, this is where you can actually squeeze out some of those margins and make sure that you're getting customers to the right products. Down here, we're spending more time on the lifestyle sides. Again, branding and being thoughtful about what they're doing on the rebranding, making sure that that makes sense so it's the same customer journey, both on the shelf in a physical store and here on Amazon as they're bringing that up. And finally, making sure that these customers are thinking through and finding the exact right product for them. Again, we're talking about an RV vent fan. And so this is the type of product where someone is already searching for this. They're probably traveling. They probably already know exactly what they're looking for, but different models, different versions, different seasons, they need to know exactly what product is actually going to help them there. And this is a big way in which we've been able to do that. This enhanced brand content for us, we've generally been able to see a 30% improvement on, I'm sorry, a 25% improvement on conversion rate. Brand focused, and I think the final thing that I would just say about this is, this is the type of product that is in brick and mortar shelves across America as well. If you're mobile first, if you've got a customer who is maybe referencing Amazon as they're going through this product search, the fact that Dometic is there, that they're controlling this, that they're making sure that all of that's there, that's really going to be the first content that's going to come up on mobile searches. And so that's really helping not just on Amazon, converting those customers into buyers, but also making sure that really on those physical shelves that those customers are purchasing the right product and that they're getting the right information, the right brand experience as well.
Yeah. And this is, one point to stress is this is basic blocking and tackling, the things that Josh has just spoken about. And it's mind-boggling the sheer number of sellers that are out there that have that poor content and aren't doing those basics.
Yeah. And especially, we'll kind of move forward to this next piece and we'll talk about advertising. I mean, obviously advertising on Amazon is a huge thing that a lot of people are thinking about. It's bringing a lot of new brands to the table on Amazon, honestly. We're seeing an increase in the amount cost per clicks. We're seeing the amount in competition, those type of pieces as well. We've got a lot of brands who we'll be working with, we'll be talking to, and the first thing they want to talk about is the advertising piece. And exactly as Derek just said, all those other pieces, you can have great advertising. If you've got very bad conversions on all the other pieces that you've put together, it's really a waste of money. I would just encourage you not to do it. So making sure that you've got all of those pieces in place makes kind of these advertising pieces actually work. And so as we kind of think through advertising, actually what I brought up here is a competitor vent fan. And one of the things that we focus our advertising on here at SupplyKick, working directly with our brands, is making sure that it's competitor focused and that we can take market share. And I really would encourage you, if you're looking at advertising on the Amazon marketplace, that's what you should be focused on, taking market share away from competitors. And so here I'll just kind of highlight. These are instances where we're advertising directly against this product. In some cases, we're cheaper relative to this competitor product. In some cases, we're more expensive. We've got better reviews in some cases. In a lot of cases, these are customers that have already looked at this product, and so we are trying to bring them back. They're doing some shopping. They're looking around. We're going to try to bring them back to the Dometic product, to this product. And again, all the other things I've talked through that we've tested on the close rate side, conversion side, that means that once we get them, grab them back through this advertising that is focused on these competitors, we are likely to close them. In fact, for the advertisers in this room, I think one of the things that's probably attractive to say on this competitor-defining advertising side, we have an 8% ACoS on this product. So that effectively means for every $100 that we're spending on advertising, we're bringing in about $1,200 plus in product sales. This is margin positive advertising for this product at that ACoS. This is margin enhancing in some ways for this product, and it's a very attractive thing for us to be able to do, not just to drive traffic, but also to drive conversion and drive products to this. All of that's great, and you can spend all of your time marketing the hell out of your product on the Amazon Marketplace. It looks great. Maybe it is helpful for customers that are looking offline, taking a look at those products, but if you're not keeping that product in stock here, you're putting a lot of effort in sunk costs and not really getting the end result of it. So I think I'd be remiss if I just didn't focus on one of the reasons that we work with Dometic as kind of a retailer on the Amazon Mall. We help with all of these back-end pieces, and so any individual marketing team can probably handle the different pieces that we've talked about. If you're focused on that, if you're diligent, if you're doing testing, that's great. But you also have to make sure that you've got your product in stock. You need to make sure that you're Prime eligible. You need to make sure if you're not doing that, that you're thinking about seller fulfilled Prime, or you're thinking about what's the right way to do manufacturer fulfilled. You need to be making sure that that's right for what you're looking for, and you've got to be doing all the customer service pieces. So again, I would just highlight, Dometic's kind of a good example. We've helped them get control over who's selling their product. That's a long process, but as you do it, that means that we're able to capture more sales, work more, and make sure that the brand is consistent. As we do those things, that's helpful, but one of the reasons we're able to do that and do that quickly is because we have stellar 5-star ratings for the seller side here. One of the reasons we're able to do that is because we keep that product in stock. We use our algorithms to be able to turn that inventory incredibly quick. In fact, I think I've got up here for this product, we turn this inventory 10.5 times a year. We use Amazon FBA facilities for most of those products. We've got products in 81 distribution centers. So you want to make sure that you're managing it tightly to the product specific, not the brand overall, but to the product itself. And you've got to turn it quickly. Because we do that, we're able to mitigate fees. Again, I talked about all the return sides that we're able to mitigate as well. If you're able to do that, you can get these type of numbers, and it makes a product that there's demand for, that customers want. It means that you can increase conversion rate and really drive that to become a multi-million-dollar product. When we started working with them, this was not that big of a seller. It was something that was very specific. There was demand for it. It looked attractive, but we knew if we could really kind of focus in, drive some sales there, it would give us the kind of the platform to be able to advertise and really dig in there. So I would just like to highlight those pieces, and I think finally we'll just talk through actually what we've been able to sell here. So this is unit sold. Sure, go ahead.
Slide real quick.
Yeah.
You know, I talked earlier about the 6,000 dealers and distributors that we have. A lot of those are 9-to-5 shops. So we don't have the bandwidth in our customer service department to cover those consumer questions that we get on product, whether it's helping them to make that buying decision or technical questions, et cetera. So having a partner that can handle that 24/7, 365 days customer service experience really goes a long way with helping to, as you see, 10.5 inventory turns per year, helping increase those sales, which is, again, is the goal of all of our organizations. And us then not having full coverage in North America, any distribution in Canada of our own centers, we're able to partner with SupplyKick to then cover all of those, making sure we're maximizing coverage in all the fulfillment centers that we can.
Yeah, I mean, really using the Amazon platform to supplement all the other, again, great things that this very large company is able to achieve on other products as well, making sure that that applies to these type of products as well. So I was just showing this. We don't have to spend too much time here, but through those strategies, I was talking about the conversion increase. Obviously, this was a product that has demand. It's very niche. It's a very specific type of product, but we've basically been able to take that conversion rate and double that conversion rate as a result of all the advertising, photography, enhanced brand content pieces that you've seen. Really, late 2017 into 2018 is where we were making most of those investments, doing a lot of those testing. Again, you can't like set it and forget it. You've got to keep you've got to keep going at that process and continually reinvesting and thinking through what are these customers looking for, what has happened on that listing. It's not going to erase seasonality, so you can see obviously people use RVs in the spring, summer, fall, that you'll see kind of a peak there, but year-over-year sales, I think, tell the exact story. If you're doing these type of things, staying diligent and thinking through what can these products actually do, are you connecting with the right customer, and are you telling those customers a story about why they should be buying this product and why it's better than your competitor products, you're really setting yourself up for success, even on, again, kind of an RV vent fan that is a multi-million-dollar product on the Amazon platform.
Yeah, so this is a extremely unsexy, unexciting product that we're seeing tremendous results upon. This is for us. This is the proverbial tip of the iceberg. We have hundreds of listings on Amazon, and we have the opportunity for hundreds of listings more. But seeing results like this, and we see similar results in other product categories that we've partnered with SupplyKick on as well. So the opportunity for that sustained growth is there for the future.
We've got less than a minute here, so I think we've probably missed any question and answer, but what we'll do is I'll be around, Derek will be around. We've got a few people from SupplyKick as well, so if it's useful to have any conversations, if anyone's got any questions. Again, there's a lot of blocking and tackling here, so it's making sure that you're doing those pieces, but it's also doing them sequentially, getting them right and making sure that you're actually being focused around what are those customers you're trying to achieve and finding those customers. They're there on the Amazon platform. I would argue doing it through the marketplace is much more brand-centric, and I would focus you in that direction. I think it can work for individual products. It can certainly work for brands. And hopefully if you need any help or anything like that, we're always happy to take some questions. Thanks for spending some time with us today, and hope you're enjoying the conference.